This is a big game. It's not on the level of the Bills game, but this is still a game that can really decide the season. What is up, Thin fans? First off, I do have to apologize if I keep clearing my throat. I am getting sick. My daughter was sick, and now, of course, I'm catching it. So my throat feels like I have just razor blades in it. But I will push through it because I have a video to make, and I want to talk about Miami Dolphins football. But yeah, big game. We'll go into all that stuff. We'll talk about injuries, breakdown, PFF, my 5 things. I'll give you my score prediction. My score prediction. So I met with Norbcam, who's a Seattle Seahawks YouTuber. Fantastic guy. I've known him for years now. And I set a score prediction over on his channel that I think comes out today. My score prediction now might be different because of the injury report. But before we jump into all that good stuff, I do have to shout out today's sponsor, and that is Factor. Shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Factor. You might be asking yourself, what the flip is Factor? Well, Factor makes meeting your nutritional goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Our team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. I love Factor. I've used a bunch of their different meals. It is very easy and quick to use. And like they said, completely prepared for you. Prepare for yourself. Eat stress-free this football season with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is chef-created, dietitian approved, like I said before, ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Like I said, it's a great portion. You put them in the fridge. All you do is you take them out, boom, you reheat them, and they're actually really delicious. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, Vegan, and Veggie. So if you're on a specific diet, or if you're on a specific type of food journey, or you're vegan or whatever, they have you covered. Also discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast, on the go, lunch, snacks, beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. What are you waiting for? Get started today and fuel up your football time goals. They also have these really good Factor drinks. This one is pineapple, turmeric, basil, cold pressed juice. And you might think to yourself, oh, that sounds horrible. It's actually delicious, and it tastes just like pineapple. Really good, really healthy, and really good for you. Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, again, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door with over 35 meals you choose from per week. Again, it's very simple. You go out, you make your order, you get a big old box. You can have different amounts for different months, different weeks. My favorite Factor that I got to make was the Tex-Mex bowl. And as you'll see, video popping up one of these areas, it's very easy to make. You take it out, you poke holes in the plastic, you put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, take it out, peel the plastic off, and eat. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code DDW50 and you get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code DDW50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month's order. Again, love these guys. Really easy. They take the trips to the grocery store, having to cook things, chop things up, all that stuff. They take it out, make your life easier. I'll say it one more time. Dietitian approved, chef made. Check them out. Click the link in the description. Let me know which food you got because I'm getting hungry just talking about it. But again, Factor, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. For real though, go out and get yourself some Factor because that stuff is good. I had that Tex-Mex bowl, ate it with some tortillas. Really good. Use the link. Grab yourself some Factor. So we're going to jump into this Mamma Jam. We're going to look at the injury report. And for the first time in a long time. Look at that injury report. Jeez Louise. I'm just going to lean over because I'm going to have to go back. Jonathan Hankins went from from full practice to did not practice. He's got rest, though. Nothing to look at there. Nwosu dealing with a knee injury. He didn't practice. Then you got Jonathan Reed he's just resting. Kenneth Walker, that's where they might be out because he's dealing with that oblique and he hasn't practiced in 2 days now. Personal for Wallace, did not practice. And then, Jerome Baker went from, did not practice to limited, but supposedly Jerome Baker's been dealing with a hamstring injury for a couple of weeks now. But us as Dolphin fans kind of understand that and know where that's all coming from. But a lot of limited. Mafe, Russell, Leonard Williams went from did not practice to limited. DK is fine. He went full. So to give them the benefit of the doubt, if I get rid of the full, this is kind of what their injury report looks like. But yeah, so Baker's dealing with a hammy. Nwosu hasn't played. A lot of their outside linebackers are banged up. So that's something that they're dealing with right now that maybe the Dolphins could take advantage of. They didn't seem to do it against Buffalo, who was missing both of their middle linebackers and their starting nickel corner, but maybe they can this time. And this is the Dolphins. Now, in fairness, this is what the Dolphins fully look like because I cut off the full practice. It don't matter, but this is the Dolphins. You got Grant DeBose did not practice. He was limited and didn't practice with his shoulder. You got Teron Armstead went from did not practice to limited, but I'm hearing he's good to go. You got Raheem Mostert limited. You got Malik Washington both limited, but they did practice, which is a good sign. If we can get Malik Washington out there to help this team out, oh, that would make my life so much easier. I'm really like Malik, please. Let's go to breakdowns. Bam. We got our defense versus their offense. Our defense, 4th total defense, 5th passing defense, 15th rushing defense. Those are great numbers. What's not great numbers is your scoring defense is 23rd. I said this before. I flip it. We'll give you everything between the 20s. We'll give you everything between the 30s. Just don't let them score on you. But 23rd ranked in scoring, but we do stop them when it comes to passing and running. Sacks, 23rd. We need to do better at getting pressure. I actually have a stat that I'll pull up right now while I'm talking that I want to show you guys when it comes to pressure. Like, we don't blitz much, but we also don't get pressure. And that's what drives me nuts because you gotta get some pressure. Please get some pressure. Third down defense, we're good, 26.3, which is 7th ranked. And then our takeaways, we're 24th. We only had one, which was the punch out. Shkaplow. And then their offense, 13th with 331 yards. They have a passing offense of 6th with 235 yards. Their rushing offense isn't great, 96 yards per game, I guess, 23rd. Scoring offense is 9th, 24.5. Sacks allowed, 16th with 5. I'm going to get on that because their offensive line is troublesome. Third down offense is 12th, 40.7 completion percentage. So maybe the Dolphins defense can, get out of there. Apologize for the sniffle. Again, I'm dealing with something. Giveaways 8th. Tied for 8th. They have 2 giveaways. And if we flip it around and we look at our offense versus their defense, we have the 8th total offense, 1st in passing, 20th in rushing. Got to do better with that rushing. Scoring, we're 27th. Only scored 15 points per game. 20 and then 10. That's all I got to say about that. And I'll talk about that more. Sacks allowed 4th. We only allowed 3 sacks. And that was all last week. Third down offense, 4th. Not bad, 48.4% converted. And giveaways, 19th, 3. And they all happened last week, and 2 of them were really dumb. Total defense, they are 6th. Passing defense, they are 2nd. Rushing defense, they are 21st. Take advantage of it. Scoring defense, they are 12th, only allowing 20 points per game. Sacks, 15th, getting 5 sacks. Third down defense, 17th, so not great there. Third down offense should benefit off that. And takeaways tied for ninth with 3. Now, I will say this about, and again, say what you want, call me a hater, whatever. But they did play New England last week, who does not have a good offense. Like, their offense is just hot doo-doo butter. And then they played the Denver Broncos week 1. So it's like, again, I don't want to be that guy, but like looking at their defense, they haven't really faced a formidable offense. So those stats may be skewed a little bit. But again, look at our offense. Our offense hasn't been formidable for the past 2 weeks. So maybe it isn't something that I could just poo-poo at. You know what I'm saying? But next we are going to talk about, drumroll please, PFFF, ba-da. PFFF. So we're looking at PFF here. Apologize again. Don't look at the grades. I've come to the conclusion that PFF grades are just opinion-based. They're so off because they got Eichenberg at a 75.5. They got like, it's just, we're just looking at kind of the form of it. So you look at the Dolphins again, the tackles, right tackle, Austin Jackson struggled last week against Von Miller, just struggled by city. Interior wasn't too bad, but Jones was just horrible. Armstead, he's again one of the best tackles when he's healthy. He is dealing with something, but he will play. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, 2 of the best wide receivers in the NFL. To see them ranked 21st and 23rd hurts, but for some reason they weren't on the field. It's for some third downs. You have Devon Achane, who's one of the best running backs. You got Skylar Thompson, the starter, and you got Braxton Berrios. Hopefully that's Malik Willis because Braxton can't do anything. Then you look at the flip-flop and the flim-flam. You look at their defense. Will they have Williams? Will they have Mafe out there? Will they have Jerome Baker out there? These are all the things that like you got to ask yourself. Like, are these guys going to have their people here? Will we be able to run the ball on them? You know, they do got good corners. They're talking about the second Legion of Doom, Legion of Doom 2.0. Take advantage of these things. Play your crossers. Run routes that are going past this line of scrimmage. Nothing back here. Don't have him drop back and then, you know what I'm saying? Run the ball too, especially if Williams and Mafe and Baker's not in there. Run that sucker up the gut. Go after him. Now let's flip it around. Let's go to defense. Now the Dolphins, their offensive line is trouble. Again, I talked with Normcam. I went on his channel. I think that comes out today. Just a little spoiler. My score is going to probably change a little bit from what I said on his because I got to look at the injury report. We recorded, I think, on Wednesday. Their offensive line is giving up a lot. They're stopped. They're not able to run produce, and they're giving up a lot of sacks. Metcalf, he's going to be going up against Ramsey. I'm hearing Ramsey is almost fully healthy for the first time in a long time. And Jigba and Lockett are the guys. And Jigba's the guy that I'm worried about because Kato Kohu has been really sucking this season, even last season. And I would take him out in a heartbeat and put Storm Duck in there or something because I just don't like the way Cater's playing. This is the matchup that I'm going to be watching here is in Jigba versus Kohu because I think Fuller can handle Lockett and I think Ramsey can handle Metcalf, even though some people are down on Ramsey. These guys are where it matters. And I talked about this. And I talked about essentially here, I'll pull it up. This is blitz. Down here is blitz. And if you look at this way, it is defensive pressure percentage, right? So you want to have this be high, right? Because if you look here, defensive blitz percentage and the Cowboys. So the Cowboys are a little bit above average, but they get a ton, over 40%, around 50% pressure, right? This is huge. You look at the Broncos, they blitz the most in the NFL, but they're around the league average. Look at the Dolphins here. They blitz around the average, but they get like no pressure. Got to bring that up. We need to see more pressure, especially in a situation where you're facing a bad offensive line like this. Like, we got to get some pressure, especially from Phillips and Agba and Campbell, Sealer, all these. And I want to see Chop get a sack, man. I want to see that man get a sack finally. Then we get into the 5 things that the Miami Dolphins have to do if they want to beat the Seattle Seahawks team and go to 2-1. And I don't have 5 things. Normally I sit here and I look at it, and like I said, I do my research. I talk to Normcab, got a little in-depth analysis on a fan's perspective of the Seahawks. I went over to their sites, kind of got more of an understanding and a deeper dive into what their team is going through and how they're banged up. I got one thing I got to say. Step it up. Step it up. Step it up. What is going on? What is going on? I'm going to make a video tomorrow talking about this offense because Barry Jackson came out with an article essentially talking about that, saying, where's that article? Essentially talking about how the offense has just been anemic. It's not even just these past 2 weeks. It goes into last season. Step it up. Tyreek, step it up. Jalen Waddle, step it up. Step it, the flip-flop up. I need your defense to step it up. Jalen Ramsey, step it up. Poyer, step it up. You guys are not playing. Now, the defense, I'm a little bit more lenient on the defense because they did give us a ton of opportunities last week against the Bills, and they gave us the ball back and helped us beat the Jaguars. The area that I need to see step up, and it's not even special teams. Like Jake Bailey's been killing it. This offense needs to step it up. You need to take advantage of an injured Seattle Seahawks team. You need to take advantage of it. And it's not just the offense, the offensive line. I'll talk about Skylar. It's not about Tyreek and the third or fourth receivers when Tyreek and Waddle come out, which they do too much. It's not about, Mostert and the guys behind. It's not about that. It's about the whole unit. It's about Mike McDaniel and his play calling. Stop going for it on fourth down. It's just not working. It's like his challenges. It's not working, man. And you're putting your defense in a situation where they have to fight from behind. If you go and watch that Bills game, there were a ton of instances where our defense held them to a field goal and they went about 20 yards because we turned it over either with an interception or going for it on fourth down, and they got the ball at the Dolphins like 40 or 30 or something, and we held them to a field goal. The defense did their job. If the offense can just step it up. Step it up. This is embarrassing. You are supposed to be you are supposed to be an offense that puts fear into people. You scored 20 points and you scored 10. What happened to 35? What happened to 70? What happened to, you were dropping 30s on people at home. These past 2 games were at home and you sucked. The offense was bad. And again, it's not just one person. It wasn't just Tua. It wasn't just it was the whole collective offense was bad. It was bad. And now you have Skylar Thompson coming in, starting for us. Now, Skylar has his things he needs to do. Skylar has his things he needs to step up. I'm not going to sit here and be like, we got to be easy on Skylar because he's not. No. Because I want to win this flipping game. I want Skylar to come out, throw for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. I want him to rush for 30 yards. I want people to be like, whoa, who is Skylar Thompson? I want people to come out and be like, see, I told you any quarterback can run that offense. See, I told you it's because of the weapons that Tua. I want that because then that means we won, we dominated, and for the next 3 weeks, 3 games essentially after Sunday, we will be fine with Skylar at quarterback. I want that because you know what? It's about the logo. It's about this. It's not about one person. So everyone's got to step it up. You got to help each other, man. You got to take this game. The Seahawks are coming in licking their wounds. It's like last week. They didn't have both of their linebackers. Milano went out, and then their other linebacker went out, and then they didn't have their corner, and we still couldn't do anything on offense. Step it up. Come on. It's always these pivotal games. Oh, you gotta beat Buffalo. You're home. You gotta beat Buffalo, and it'll shut people up. Crap the bed. Now we're in a situation where you gotta beat Seattle. In Mike McDaniel's tenure as the Miami Dolphins head coach, he has never been below 500. He has never been below 500. Look it up. If we lose on Sunday, it'll be the first time him as a Dolphins head coach will go below 500. And we got Kevin Harlan calling this game. Step it up. I want Skyler to go off. Go off, Skyler. Show us in these next 4 weeks that Tua's not playing that, hey, maybe we don't need Tua. That's what I want. You know why? Because that means we're winning. That means that at the time that there's a possibility of Tua coming back against the Arizona Cardinals, the Miami Dolphins are sitting there at 5-1. Yeah. I want that. I don't care. I want to win. That's all I want. Skyler, go out there, ball out. Achane, go out there, ball out. Tyreek, Waddle, Ramsey, Fuller, Brooks. Brooks, this is your old team, man. Go out there and ball out, man, and take advantage of things that we know. We know what Jerome Baker's not good at. Jerome Baker's good at blitzing and getting after the quarterback. But if you put a blocker on him, he's very bad at shredding blocks. He's also not great in coverage. Feed it to Jonnu. Posts, slants, crossers. Get it past the line of scrimmage. Like Mike McDaniel came out and said some nonsense about why he was running, why Tyreek and Waddle weren't on the field on third down. And I didn't understand it. GD word he said. Just don't stop doing it, man. You got to have your best players on the field. Unless they're injured, their butts are on the field. I got the Dolphins winning this game 27-20. And when I was on Norm Cam's channel, I had the Dolphins losing this game 24-20. But I saw how banged up Seattle is. And I saw how different of a running team they are without Walker out there. And I saw how much they can't stop the run. And I saw how bad their offensive line is. This is the perfect game to get it right. This is the perfect ego boost. This is the perfect, like, feel good game. And then you come home, you get an extra day. You got Monday night. You got a revenge game against the Titans and Will Levis, who loves to turn the ball over. Go out, beat the Seahawks, and step it up. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I know a lot of you guys are going to say, no, we're going to get shellacked and season's over and blah, blah, blah. This is lining up for a get right game, man. No one's picking the Dolphins to beat Seattle. You go on NFL YouTube channel where they have the preview. You look at the end, everyone's picking Seattle because of their defense, because they're the Legion of Boom 2.0. I'm feeding Achane. I'm feeding Jalen Wright. I'm just running it. I'm dominating the time of possession. I am letting our defense rest, and I'm running it, and I'm blitzing, and I'm getting after Geno. I am not allowing Geno Smith time for DK to do things. But if I know that, they should know that. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. But like usual, stay classy. F***ing top.